So, hello everyone. This is take 2 on the bioperiodic because I did it one time and then I lost the video, long story, but take 2. So, what are some functions of the large intestine and the alimentary canal? Absorption process continues in the large intestine, especially for some mineral salts and vitamins. Please remember that the absorption process does not stop in the large intestine. It is crucial for the absorption of minerals and vitamins. And there are bacteria in our large intestines that produce vitamins that are crucial for us. Okay, question number 2. Which of the following changes occurs during physical activity or exercise? So, as you're doing physical activity and exercise, obviously you need oxygen. You need more and more and more and more oxygen. Okay? Rate of cellular respiration does not decrease, it increases. pH of the blood decreases, it doesn't increase. The breathing rate does not become slower, it becomes higher. The amount of carbon dioxide released into the blood does not decrease, it increases. Okay. Which of the following are true about diseases of the immune system? Okay. So type 1 diabetes and arthritis are autoimmune diseases, while HIV and SCID are immune deficiency disorders. What that means is, so you see, autoimmune diseases are an autoimmune disease develops when the immune system falsely identifies self-antigens as foreign and consequently launches an attack against them. So when our body sees something from outside that might harm us, it goes to kill it. Sometimes our body confuses itself, it confuses itself and thinks that itself is foreign. So basically it thinks maybe your kidney is not your kidney. Maybe it's your friend's kidney, it thinks. It's not yours. So it goes and it kills your kidney. That is an autoimmune disease. Your body killing itself from the inside. Okay, it's attacking itself. Immunodeficiency disorders are basically disorders that make your immune system so useless that a common cold can kill you. HIV is caused by the virus, and SCID as well, very similar. It makes your immune system basically useless. SCID is characterized by a severely compromised immune system due to genetic mutations, just like I said. Okay. Question number 4. Which of the following are true about treatments for kidney diseases? So, there are 2 types of kidney treatments. One is kidney dialysis. Kidney dialysis, basically, it gets this big machine, 2 to 3 times per week, and it acts like your kidney. It does the things that your kidney does. Okay. The second type of treatment is a kidney transplant. Now, keep in mind, a kidney transplant, you switch kidneys with somebody else, obviously, so your kidney is failing. A kind person, a kidney donor, they call him or her, they give you their kidney, okay, and basically they save you. So you have these 2 cases, right? So now keep in mind that kidney dialysis is more expensive in the long run than a kidney transplant, because a kidney dialysis is basically like a subscription. Let's say you keep paying for it in increments, again. Every single time you do it, you have to pay for it. But a kidney transplant, you pay for it once and then you have the kidney now. Okay, so a kidney transplant is cheaper in the long run. Kidney dialysis requires a kidney machine, just like I said. Between kidney dialysis treatments, a patient must follow a strict diet to avoid consuming too much salt. Okay, so I forgot to mention this. While you are in the process of kidney dialysis, in between your treatments, you have to follow a strict diet, because too much salt can really harm you. It can really harm you. Okay. Which of the following correctly describe voluntary and involuntary actions? Obviously, voluntary, you know what you're doing, so it's conscious. Involuntary, unconscious. So basically, peristalsis, breathing, heartbeat, you don't decide those things, it just does itself. Okay, so these are the nutrients. So the nutrient that regulates our bowel movement is fibers. Again, if your diet is poor in fibers, you will get constipated, you'll get constipation. Form layers under the skin for insulation, which are fats. So fats accumulate under your skin and form a layer of insulation, so basically it keeps you warm. So the more fat you have on your body, the warmer you're going to feel. You have carbs that serve as your major source of energy, which is why athletes love to eat pasta. It's filled with carbs and gives them energy for their workouts. Provide building blocks for growth of body tissues. So that is the job of proteins. So proteins build up your body tissues. They are responsible for their growth, the body tissues. And iron is needed for the formation of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is, I think, the pigment that transports oxygen. And it's really important to have iron in your body, because without it, it can be a real complication. And if you have a lack of iron in your body, it's called anemia. So you get a disease called anemia. Okay, now, here's something very important. Calcium and vitamin D are not the same thing, guys. Calcium is needed for normal blood clotting and nerve impulse transmission, as well as the hardening of bones and teeth. Yes, vitamin D allows you to absorb calcium properly. They aren't the same thing, guys. Please be careful. Vitamin D and calcium aren't the same thing. They don't do the same job. Vitamin D allows you to absorb calcium properly for calcium to do its job, which is blood clotting, nerve impulse transmission, and hardening of bones and teeth. And then you go to vitamin C. It has everything to do with gum and skin health, okay, tissue repair, and the proper functioning of the immune system. You have to memorize that one. It serves as the major solvent of the body. Just like I said in the AMS video, water, water, water. Solvent, water. That's it. Okay, so name a substance other than calcium whose deficiency in adults could generally lead to weak bones and teeth and high risk of bone fractures. If you don't have vitamin D, can you absorb calcium properly? No. If you can't absorb calcium properly, will you have hard teeth and bones? No. Which is why, other than calcium, you need high amounts of vitamin D so calcium can do its job. If you have high amounts of vitamin D and you don't have calcium, do you gain anything? No. You need both. Here you put vitamin D because they told you other than calcium. Name a health problem that is caused by an iron deficiency. Anemia, just like I said there. Vitamin C deficiency is scurvy. I remember it as vitamin C, scurvy. Okay. Name the condition characterized by painful bowel evacuation. Guys, I said it. Constipation. Please eat your fibers. Sucrase breaks down sucrose, just like maltase breaks down maltose. You know, ACE, OS, just switch it. ACE is the enzyme, OS is the thing itself. So the sucrase breaks down sucrose and is produced in the small intestine. Please remember the locations. It comes all the time. Please remember the locations. So sucrase is in the small intestine. Lipase is the thing that's responsible for breaking down fats, and it's found in the pancreas. Please remember that. Pepsin is found in the stomach. They didn't tell you here, but it is found in the stomach. And it breaks down proteins into polypeptides. The salivary amylase breaks down starch in the mouth. So it breaks down starch in the mouth. So amylase breaks down starch. Okay. And I think it produces amylose. No. Guys. No. Salivary amylase, it breaks down starch in the mouth. Okay. That's all you have to know. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach causes pepsinogen to be converted into its active form of pepsin, just like I said. So you have the HCl in the stomach. It causes the pepsinogen, which is the inactive form of pepsin, to get converted into the active form, which is pepsin, then causing it to do its actual job, which is break down the nutrients and help you do the things you have to do. Then you have the acidic pH of the stomach is maintained by the saliva produced in the mouth. Obviously that is false, because it is not maintained by the saliva, it is maintained by the HCl, the hydrochloric acid. Many bacteria and microorganisms taken in with food can be destroyed in the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Basically the HCl is responsible for dealing with the bacteria and microorganisms, and the pepsin is responsible for breaking down proteins. Remember, the inactive form of pepsin is pepsinogen, and the thing that converts pepsinogen into pepsin is HCl, hydrochloric acid. The blood vessels that carry blood from the heart to the body tissues are called arteries. I remember it like this, guys. Arteries, A for away, so away from the heart, okay? And then they branch into narrower blood vessels called arterioles, and then they branch narrower into capillaries, which is the midpoint. Then going out from here, you get a bigger thing called the venule. Then going out from there, you get veins. So it's big, smaller, smallest, then which is the same thing, smallest, big, biggest. It's like, you know how it works, okay? So go from big to small, then small to big again. Okay, so you have the tricuspid valve and the bicuspid valve. Those are called the atrioventricular valves. Why? How do I remember it? This is why, because it is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. The bicuspid valve is between the left atrium and the left ventricle. So it has ventricle in it. So it's between the right atrium and the right ventricle, and the left atrium and the and the left ventricle. It's between the ventricles. It's between the atriums and the ventricles, which is why they are the atrioventricular valves, the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. Aortic valve is at the base of the aorta, and the pulmonary valve is at the base of the pulmonary artery. Obviously, that's straightforward. Okay, those are the semilunar valves. Okay, there's no way to really remember it. You just have to memorize it. The same thing with the tricuspid valve. If it's between the right atrium and the right ventricle, and the bicuspid valve, left atrium, left ventricle, you just have to memorize that as well. The left and right ventricles contract simultaneously to pump. Okay, so basically, when you contract something, obviously it's going to squeeze, right? If a ventricle contracts, okay, ventricular systole happens. Systole is another word for contract. So ventricle contracts, ventricle systole, okay? The atria squeeze. If the atria is squeezing, okay, and it's contracting, then it's obviously atrial systole. Then the semilunar valves are closed while the atrioventricular valves are open. It's atrial systole. The atrioventricular valves are closed while the semilunar valves are open. Ventricular systole. Guys, listen. I remember it like this. The semilunar valves are closed. That means the semilunar valves are contracting. And which one's the semilunar valves? It has the aortic valve. Atrial systole. Okay? Atrioventricular valves are closed, which means the atrioventricular valves are contracting. Okay? If the atrioventricular valves are contracting, that means it's ventricular systole. Okay? Ventricle. Okay? Each antibody has a binding site, one particular pathogen due to their complementary shape. By binding to an antigen, an antibody can neutralize it, and yeah. So basically you have an antibody in your body. Okay, it has a binding site that is specific to one pathogen. The pathogen releases its antigen. Okay, the antigen binds to the binding site. The antibody neutralizes the antigen, and there you go. It moves on to the next. Okay, remember it's specific and it's complementary, please. Vaccination. So I don't know why, but my doctor really hated me when I was a kid, and he gave me two injections. Didn't like that guy, but I was like a fat kid. What is vaccination? You go to the doctor, your mom holds your hand, they inject you with a vaccine. The vaccine has a dead pathogen in it. It helps you get memory cells, so when you actually come with the alive pathogen, you already know how to deal with it. Your body already knows how to deal with it. Name the organ that removes water vapor and carbon dioxide from the body through exhaled air. The removal of toxic materials. Okay, obviously, name the organ that removes water vapor and carbon dioxide is obviously the lungs. We all know that. And the thing that removes sweat from the body is obviously the skin. And I think it was bilirubin as well. It also removes bilirubin. So just correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the skin also disposes of bilirubin. The outermost region of your kidney is the cortex. Then you go deeper into the medulla, then deeper into the renal pelvis. Okay, you guys have to memorize that. There's no other way. Inside a nephron, you call it a nephron. Okay, you call it a nephron. You go inside the nephron and you find the glomerulus, which is a tiny network of capillaries. Around that glomerulus, it's called there's something called a Bowman's capsule surrounding the glomerulus. Then coming out of that capsule, there's this convoluted tube. It's like this wiggly tube. Okay, we call that the convoluted tubule. You guys have to memorize it to be able to answer. These organs also have an endocrine function. So circle the ones that produce ovaries and underline the ones that produce testes. Circle the two main hormones produced. Okay, so by the ovaries are estrogen and progesterone, and underline the main hormone produced by the testes, which is obviously the testosterone. The regulation of the menstrual cycle is the female hormones. Obviously, men don't get a menstrual cycle. Alhamdulillah. Production of sperm is the male hormone. Obviously, production of sperm is male hormone, and regulation of bone density and muscle size, male hormone, which is why men have denser bones and bigger muscles than women. What is the name of the ability or tendency of a living organism to maintain internal body conditions constant? Okay, maintain means homeostasis. Full stop. That's how you do it. Maintain means homeostasis. Look here, maintain homeostasis. Wow, what a shocker. Keeping means the same as maintain, homeostasis. Wow, what a shocker. Regulating, why do you regulate? To maintain. What is maintain? Homeostasis. Wow, amazing. Fluctuating means change. Does change mean maintain? No, that معناته wrong. Restricting blood flow to contracting muscles. Does that sound right to you? Like, if I'm contracting a muscle, don't I need blood in it? So obviously wrong. Bye. Next one. Okay, we're comparing between the endocrine and nervous systems. So the mode of transmission for the endocrine is obviously chemicals, while in the nervous system it's electrical. The pathway for the endocrine system is the blood, and the nervous system is axons. So the nervous system transmits through axons, the endocrine system transmits through blood. The speed of the endocrine system is much slower than the nervous system, guys. Nervous system happens like this in the blink of an eye. Endocrine system, no. But the duration of it is long lasting, and nervous system is very brief, so it doesn't last as long. Okay, so the response location of the endocrine system is very widespread, while in the nervous system it's localized. Guys, you have to memorize it. Just please study, because it's a really good chance to get a periodic average, a very high periodic average, and get yourself set for bio the whole year. So increased risk of heart attacks, memories. Oh guys, please, I don't even have to continue. Alcohol intake. It's obviously going to be alcohol intake. We all know when you drink alcohol, you start seeing birds around you. Like you start seeing right is left, left is right. You don't know your own name. You have an increased risk of heart attacks. You have memory disorders, anemia, liver cirrhosis. It's horrible. Alcohol intake, no. So yeah, just remember that. Okay, you have independent assortment is the random distribution of homologous chromosomes between daughter cells during meiosis. During meiosis, if it is the random distribution, then it is going to be independent assortment. Remember, random, independent. Now, let me explain to you guys crossing over. Warning, I can't draw for my life, so be prepared. You have one, you have two. And then you have the other one, you have one, you have two. So, okay? We mix them together. We mix and match these guys. Mashi? You come out with something like this abomination. This, okay? You have this, that. You come out with something like this abomination, okay? And another one, you come out with something like this horrendous thing. That's the other one. So, let me do that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so basically you get you mix and match between them. Okay, so you exchange genetic material. So this one gives a little bit to this one, and that one gives a little bit to that one, and then they mix together to form these crazy things. And gene expression is just gene expression, guys, expressing genes. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material. So just like how I explained it before, please do not forget it. My drawing is very memorable and horrible, so please don't forget it. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between the chromatids, so mixing and matching, and yeah, occurs in meiosis 1, guys. Remember, please, because there are 2 stages of meiosis. So crossing over, meiosis 1. What are individuals carrying identical alleles? Homozygous. Please don't write homogeneous and heterogeneous, because that is what I did and I got it wrong. Please don't. Homozygous, identical, heterozygous, not identical, different. Please remember that. Okay, sorry guys. So basically here we have a cross experiment. Basically we got these two are the parents, so they said homozygous black eyes and homozygous red eyes. So when they say homozygous, it means the same, okay? Homozygous means the same. So these two are the parents, right? You'd get this, that, okay? That's the F1 generation. They did a cross between the F1 generation, okay? Please don't get mixed up. Their cross was between the F1 generation, okay? So they're crossing these two guys. They're doing this. So obviously, you'd get that. So you'd get BB, 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 then BB, okay? And it's the same as that. So that's black eyes, that's black eyes, that's black eyes, that is red eyes. I'd like red eyes, so yeah. Let's move on. A continuous variation is distributed along continuous range, so continuous and continuous. The graph looks like this, by the way. Please remember that. This continuous variation, it occurs when different types of variations can be placed into discrete categories. So basically, you can categorize it discrete categories, discontinuous. Okay. So produce the male sex hormone is obviously the testes, helps maintain optimum temperatures. The scrotum stores the sperm temporarily. Epididymis carry the sperm to the urethra as the sperm ducts, allowing urine and semen to leave the body as the penis. Guys, I can't help you on this. You have to memorize it. I can't tell you that produce, obviously it's going to be the testes, that's just obvious. Carry the sperm ducts. What carries ducts? So sperm ducts carry the sperm, you know. Allow urine and semen to leave, that's just common sense. Okay. I genuinely don't know how I can help you guys memorize that. Stores the sperm temporarily. I genuinely don't know. I don't have a way, I just memorized it. Okay. Next. Oh, okay. So menstrual cycle. First we start by the uterine lining disintegrating. It breaks apart, okay? Then the uterine wall is prepared to receive an embryo. So now we're prepared to receive a baby, like an embryo, okay? Then the egg is released from the ovary, okay? So then the egg goes out into the open. Then the uterine wall becomes ready to receive and nourish an embryo if the egg is fertilized. Now, let me tell you it like this. I have a wall, okay? I demolished the wall. Keep in mind that inside these walls, there was an egg. I demolished the wall. The egg is alive. For some reason, the egg is alive. Now, the uterine wall is prepared to receive the embryo. So now I'm prepared to receive an embryo. So I'm gonna go out and look for an embryo. I'm not really looking for an embryo. I'm looking for a sperm cell to fertilize me, to create an embryo. So the egg leaves. It goes out into the open. It gets fertilized. So now it nourishes and receives the embryo if and only if it is fertilized. Okay? Remember that, please guys, memorize it. Okay? It plays a role providing a fetus with immunity. Okay, guys, we've done this 20,000 times. The thing that provides the fetus with immunity and allows the antibodies to cross from maternal to fetal blood, okay, is the placenta. The thing that connects those two things together is the umbilical cord. Now, I recommend writing umbilical cord and knowing how to spell it, because I wrote it like this the first time, and as you can imagine, I got it wrong. So please write it like this and don't be stupid like me. Last question. Coronary heart disease. بعيد الشر عنا كلياتنا يا جماعة. This is horrible. Okay. Develops when the coronary arteries are narrowed or blocked due to atherosclerosis. Basically, the meaning of that complicated word, there's this thing called plaque, okay? And the arteries of your heart, if they get clogged with this thing called plaque, it's called atherosclerosis, and it basically won't work. Like, the artery can't do its function. So the area of the heart that artery is responsible for will fail. If that area of the heart will fail, the entire heart will follow suit. Your heart will stop beating, you'll get a heart attack, and it's very fatal. It could be fatal. So very fatal. Could be fatal. Okay. So atherosclerosis, the segment of the cardiac muscle nourished by this artery will run short of oxygen. Just like I said, it will stop functioning. Partial or complete blockage of one or more of these arteries. So if you have a lot, you can imagine how bad that is. You'll get a heart attack. Portion of the heart stops contracting. Wow, what a horrible way to end the video. That's like dark. It's okay. So thank you guys. Good luck to everyone. Please, if you have my number, please contact me. Ask me any question you need. Not about all subjects, please. I don't want my phone exploding. But like, if you need bio, I'm happy to help. So good luck, guys.